Okay, we're back. We can start Route B. We have the thingamajig, the dosing rod, whatever it's called. The Explorer Extractor. I gave Court 10 francs. Apparently, he's not happy about that. Here, have 10 more. I don't care. Francs actually don't mean anything, because there's no achievements for this game, at least on Steam. Starting to warm up. What else you got? Here, want another 10? Take it all. I don't care. You screwed us over last time. Good enough. Door's right behind me. Go ahead. Door to the catacombs? Is that simple? He's still screwing us over, because he's kind of leading us to a trap, isn't he? The question is, does Court know about the whole thing in the catacombs? I think he might have just screwed us over being like, oh, there's no exit to the catacombs or something like that. You expecting a hidden bookcase or something? Go on, go look. What idiots. Yeah, I think he's not aware of what's going on in the catacomb, just that we're probably going to get lost. Oh, wait. Or maybe not. They'll find the crazy lion girl and get shot. Okay, he doesn't know about it, but he knows that something's going on down there. He's not involved in it. Still, screw Quark. He can go to hell. Okay, so we've read this before. We need to get back to... essentially the little bullshit trial that's happening down in here. And we need to get to the situation to where we can use our little extractor thing and prove that Cocorico didn't do it. Oh, still mashing. I don't think this matters. I feel like it might be quicker to take the options that... oh. That realistically is probably going to lead somewhere. Because, you know, the path has breeze coming through it means that there is a source of oxygen there. If it's still, then that more than likely means it's a dead end. Follow the light. If you go into the darkness, do you just like loop around or something? I don't think you can get a game over here. So mashing a bit more. Sorry if the mic picked that up. Come on, come on. Let's not accidentally skip the part where we have to say we're going to intervene. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. Any second now. Okay, here we go. Bust a move! Speak up. Okay, I'm going to more or less kind of play the game from here. I'm not going to skip much because while I know there is a certain point that determines whether or not we get Route B, I think there's other things we could potentially do to get ourselves locked up and she'll just shoot Cocorico, which we do not want. Pull the blind trigger! Yeah, Cocorico doesn't sound like that. Wait. Bing. He's right. This is a terrible trial. There's no evidence, no defense, no examination of the facts. Guide a man off the streets and decide his fate based purely on your own prejudice and whims. Yeah, tell him, even though you're also a killer. But spoiler alert. Who the clut does this bird brain think he is? I am this man's defense attorney, J.J. Falcon. J.J. Mia Moore, what are you doing here? Oh, God. I like to think he's Edgeworth, but Falcon's not very much like a phoenix here. So you're a raving loony is what you are. Or a spy. I have seen this mofo eavesdropping on our conversations before. He cannot be trusted. Everyone please hear me out. Okay, I think this might matter. So. Okay, it doesn't matter. Fontaine's like the least crazy out of them. Fontaine, we've only met a couple of occasions, but you seem like an intelligent and reasonable person. Why, thank you, I do consider myself to be reasonable. Surely you can see something wrong with dragging someone off the streets and executing them without trial? Well, I want to see a better front affronts with actual liberty for all. I don't enjoy violence, but I do have qualms with a traitor or two dying to achieve that noble goal. Means to an end, you know? Oh, no qualms. Okay, I read that qualms. Do you see, Falcon? This man's death is inevitable. For the good of France, and in the name of justice, he must be killed! Justice. What's that word again? You don't know the meaning of it. Madame, I won't presume to know who you are or what you stand for, but shooting this man right now will not bring you justice. Only serve to satisfy your desire for revenge. Justice, revenge, what's the difference? Can't remember which one I picked the first time. I think the second time I put due process. Maybe I picked fairness first. Let's do rationality. Rationality. Justice carried out on the basis of hard facts and logic. It isn't distracted by petty emotions. Even putting aside my emotions, I can see this bird's guilt. Again, this dingus here is being controlled, as the story made it very clear. Is completely basing this off of emotion. Then this is your opportunity to prove it, madame. Sure, that you're a leader who acts with reason, not brute irrationality. He's appealing to me. Surely you are entertaining the words of this heathen! Fine, Falcon. We'll play this your way. We shall have a formal trial for the murder of the croc. Excellent. Shall we head back to my office and file the paperwork? No, you fool. You'll walk us right into a trap. Got the trial right here, right now. Right here in the catacombs? It's a good place as any. I suppose we'll be needing a judge. I volunteer. No thanks, Piero. We're trying to form a courtroom, not a circus. Aw. Just go see how security is doing, Piero. Oops, one sec. I think this died. Okay. You don't want any more spies wandering in. Radio. Perhaps I can help, madame. You know, I'm a pious man after all. Okay, Ramus, you can be our judge, and I'll lead the prosecution. What about the jury? With due respect, I don't trust your peers to be impartial. Look around you as we speak. We are being judged by countless of dead men and women. They shall be our jury. Oh, God. That may work as a metaphor, but in practical terms... is me you have to convince, Falcon. Convince me that this bird is not guilty! After all, I am the one who holds the gun. Well, it looks like we're ready to get started. The trial of Cocorico is underway. Stands accused of the murder of the man known as Croc in cold blood. Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Your very, very biased details. Very well, last night at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on Rue des Marmoset. Piero alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as the Croc, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon. Do I understand that you did not witness the crime firsthand? You only saw the aftermath. Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself. Oh, I found a rare pigeon running around the tunnels. I think it was like a foghorn, leghorn voice last time. I don't know. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm sorry. I'm no pigeon. He's a spy in any case. Let's say I execute him right now. It's alright. It's alright. He's with me. With you? He's my assistant. He carries my bags and stuff. Falcon, I trust that you do not have any other assistants lurking around the corner. No. Then take your lackey out of my sight. Falcon. What is it? I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows. Another rebel? I don't know. He got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. What is this, a political pamphlet? A cult pamphlet has been added to the evidence folder. Well, I best be getting back to the patrol soon. Not so fast, Pierre. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not? I did, ma'am. You be our first witness. Go to the stand in the center. Okie dokie. Center. No, oh, none of that crap. So, where were you last night? Okie dokie. I saw it plain as day. The Croc was just minding his own business on the Rue des Marmoset. when all of a sudden this there brute of a rooster appeared with his gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired. The croc slumped to the floor. In the last of his strength, the croc drew out his gun, and bam! The croc fired back. Clarify, Cocorico shot first. Yes, ma'am, no question here. What happened next? Well, I know you guys, Fontaine, Remus, and you, ma'am. Rolling Stones run away at the cathedral, so I ran to get your help. We all arrived at the scene maybe a minute after I had left it. There I saw the dead croc and the murderous Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for the report, Piero. It's nothing, ma'am. See, Falcon? Piero's not the sharpest knife in the kitchen. True that. But he's honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life. I don't doubt the man's honesty, madame. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? Man, you don't even know what that means. I'm claiming to be an expert of the law. That was my brother's role in the family. But I think cross-examination means that Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. Actually, it means I would like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. I'll be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Really a pointless trial. Stalling tactic, madame. Should I put an end to this trial? By this little investigation, Falcon, don't mess with me. Slightless inkling of rambling, you will be ended at the spot. Okay. Now, we're going to make sure we don't do the wrong thing here. We need to push plain as day. You claim you saw the incident as plain as day. Yep, plain as day. But it occurred at night. Piero, I would like to remind you that the crime occurred around midnight in February on an overcast moonlit night in an unlit alley. What's your point? It's too dark to see, you dingus. It would have been dark. So dark that you couldn't have possibly correctly identify the people involved. Hey, I swear, I saw what I saw. Hold on, Falcon, you slipped up. You say the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns all over Rue de Marmoset. Right, that's right. You live in La Ville Lumiere. There's a gas lamp on every street. Oh, yeah. I need to point out the broken glass everywhere. The street lamps over Rue de Marmoset were broken. They were completely non-functional. As proof, I present the glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of broken lamps. Still got the hole in my shoe. Double proof. Those glass shards could have come from anywhere. You send one of your underlings to see the broken lamp for yourself if you want. Waste more time? It sounds like a stalling tactic. Excuse me, I don't remember whether the street lamps were or were not broken, but I do remember that we had a torch to light up the scene. Who's setting you on? I'm just saying, Falcon might be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible that there were not any lit street lamps. Are you saying I'm a liar? I'm calling you a truther. What were your buddies? Stop quibbling, both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken, maybe they weren't. It does not matter. Know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I personally saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did. 1 minute? There's plenty of time for the real murder to escape and for a passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? Yeah, you ain't gonna admit it. You must acknowledge that it is a possibility. I acknowledge nothing. There's an inkling of doubt. You know that there is a slight notion that Piero may be misremembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution. It wasn't badgering. One of the next witness, who do you have in mind? Someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur. It's me again. Shut up. Get to the stand. Yes, ma'am. Well, Fontaine forward. Very well. Very well. Now, Fontaine, is it true that you are a gun specialist? Well, I hate to brag, but... Yes, I know about guns. Their mechanics, their beauty. Have you heard about the revolver mechanisms America is developing? Wonderful stuff. Fontaine, let's take the guns that were found at the crime scene. Tell us about those. Alright, very well. So, in the last recording, we saw the scene that I initially accidentally skipped because it was one of those kind of event things where you, if you didn't click it when it shows up, you missed it. We found out that this is actually what's his name? Valeretti's gun. Not actually Cocorico's, though I believe Cocorico says it's his in this scene, which is interesting. Lots of police and soldiers carry these. Yeah, right here it says police carry them. Sounds like our Cocorico does it. Cocorico always told me that the riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. And it says right here that even Falcon doesn't believe it's his. I feel like Cocorico says it's his. This gun found on the Croc's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands, is a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory handle, length, bunch of stuff. Croc was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise that his personal weapon would be so flamboyant. Add to your inventory. Gun is his ammunition. Fitted with a set of groves. Please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you to show off your gun knowledge. Tell us what you uncovered when you examined the Croc's bullet wound. Alright, well, a lead bullet was embedded in the middle of the Croc's sternum. Appeared to have a straight angle of entry. In other words, the Croc was facing his killer when he was shot. That's right. The other interesting point was that the Croc's outer clothes were singed. His muzzle flare typically occurs, or muzzle flash, whatever. Person is close enough to a gunshot. 3 meters. For some reason that feels a little not right. I'm not sure if that is mistranslation or if that is 100% true. I feel like 3 meters is very, very close. Not close. Very not close for muzzle flash to occur, but I don't know. Maybe because they were flintlock, maybe they expel more shit, like more powder expels. Maybe in that case? No chance that there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The Croc's killer was standing in Rue des Marmoset himself. As plainly evident, only one person was found in Rue des Marmoset at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Cocorico! Well said, madame. I think you unequivocally proved this bird's guilt. Not so fast, I would like to cross-examine the witness. You're overstepping your bounds, bird. Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there will be absolutely no doubt to anyone in the room that Cocorico is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer. Okay. We need to question him on turnover pistol. About this pistol. About the ammunition. You're about to say something about the ammunition. Could you give us details? Oh great, now I'll never stop talking. I'm glad you asked, Falcon. So as you probably know, most bullets are just small, round, lead balls, right? But that's not the case here. For a particular weapon, advanced iron tip aerodynamic, carefully grooved. Actually, it would be quicker to show you. A good look is an iron tip Minet ball. It is very rare, top of the line technology. Before last night, I'd never seen one of these in person. Like I said before, the Croc was a legendary arms dealer. It only makes sense that he would have access to the latest weaponry. Where do you find this bullet, Fontaine? In turnover pistol's chamber. Hold on, I'm confused. I thought the Croc's fired his gun, so how is it possible the gun was still loaded with a bullet? Well, it's double-barreled. This means it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession. Ah, I see. Croc fired 1 bullet, but died when he fired the second. Oh, but died before he could. Trust you have no more questions about this, Falcon. We've wasted enough time already. Now, I'm gonna make sure I have to put where's the other bullet. I do not know why you wouldn't ask this, but yes, okay, just making sure. So where is the other bullet? Whatever bullet. The fired Minet ball. There are 2 shots at night. Remember, one from the assailant and one from the crocodile. I scored the scene for a couple minutes, but I couldn't find it, and it's a pity. The 2 of these magnificent bullets. One sec, y'all. Okay. BMR, did anyone find the fireball in Cocorico's body? In his body? You're asking if Cocorico was wounded by the bullet? No. That much is plain to see. So again, I must ask, who fired the ball? Or where is the fireball? I don't have a clue. What are you getting at, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? If the bullet was embedded in the alleyway wall, and it isn't embedded in Cocorico, then that means... I think it's hitting the murderer, but let me make sure. Where's the other bullet? Yes, must have hit the murderer. So, in the first playthrough, we did not have the extractor thing, so we were basically talking, and then we were like, oh, well, we can't prove it, even though I feel like we could have just been like, well, everyone take off your clothes. Whoever's bleeding, or have a damn bullet wound on them, is bound to be the person. Now, I'm wondering how this is going to work, because, yeah, they're going to use the extractor, but the guy's still bleeding. This was last night. This is an extremely fresh wound, so why is this even needed? I feel like the person who has a damn hole in their body at the moment is just proof enough that that they did it. But anyways, a ludicrous motion. Makes perfect sense. The double-barrel turnable gun, the missing bullet. Fine, I'll humor you and say the bullet did hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours. It's only been a few hours. It wasn't even just last night. Presumably, the person will still have the bullet lunged in them. I don't even know what it said. Find the person with a unique iron ball embedded in them, and you find the real murderer. That's reasonable. But we don't have time or resources to search every citizen in Paris to uncover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in this room. Again, even though I think we actually did say everyone just take off your clothes. And she was like, nah, screw that, and then shot Kokoriko. Yeah, pretty stupid. This is ridiculous. Are you saying that someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. So is this guy right here, Remus. I don't know how he's even standing right now. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if you all take your shirts off? No, I'm not having anyone in this room strip down to their knickers just to cater your outrageous theory. Can't think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory than we end this damn trial right here, right now. A more reasonable way? Ah, so we have a reasonable way. Apparently last time, that very reasonable request was not enough for her. So we are using an extractor to remove a bullet from someone who very clearly has a hole in their body, but we're still possibly going to try to remove it. With this thing! Oh yeah, with this Colt guy still. There we go. Are you serious, Falcon? You're relying on the invention of a lunatic? I've never been more serious. Bumore, Fred Ramus, and members of the court, this device is called an Explorer Extractor. It's the latest medical technology. Looks like a children's toy. I assure you, this is no toy. It was designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. Battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will. I'm intrigued. So you're saying that you just swing this device around and it finds a bullet in a person? Yeah, sort of. I don't know, we haven't had a chance to practice with it, really. These birds are playing you for a fool. There's no way that such a device exists. We have seen this device work with our own eyes. Sparrow-san, demonstrate. Although he'll need something to demonstrate it on. Wait, what? I'm assuming you used the bullet, but let me make sure. Because I do not want to accidentally mess this up. Yeah, use this. Okay. Here we have an iron-tipped Manet ball. It's presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe, I placed the bullet in my closed fist. It now represents the fire bullet that is currently in... Okay, apparently that's an explanation. Now, Sparrow-san. I'll demonstrate what happens when my hand is scanned with the Explorer Extractor device. So I just do this. It's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet? Absolutely. What an intriguing device. Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now? Please don't. You remember what happened to that steak, right? Oh, it like does it automatically? I thought you did it yourself. Oh god. What is this feeling? It feels like power! Oh, Sparrowson's mad with power. Don't let it get to your head. Okay, I'm convinced. Falcon, Sparrowson, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours. You must stop humoring these morons, madame. What good is it doing us? Remus, they may be morons, but this test will grant us certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford that time. Falcon, what will happen if the murderer is someone not present in the room? Most likely isn't. What? I'm stalling. Falcon, get a move on, you two. I must express my displeasure that you are going along with this farce. A few more. Let's end this trial right here, right now. You can get the justice you so crave. Don't worry, Remus, my patience with this bird brain is wearing thin, too. When this asinine scheme of his fails, he will face the consequences! Lucky Bird, scan the rooster first. He is the prime suspect, after all. Okay. Scan. Beep, 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 beep. Not getting any reaction. That means there's probably no bullet lodged in Cocorico. So, he's innocent, for sure. No, all it means is this bird was not shot by a hypothetical bullet. Don't forget, this is all speculation on Falcon's part. I must insist you on this. It is a fool's errand. We have no other matters we must attend to. Remus, you let me worry about our time management. Pierre, you go next. No reaction. He wasn't shot either. No surprises, right, guys? Madam, I implore you. You're being awfully lippy, Remus. Why don't you go next? Me? That's not necessary. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous children's game. This is no game. I am issuing you an order to cooperate, because apparently I have power. I refuse. Please restrain Remus. Okay, well, we're not actually taking it out of him. We're having a Von Karma moment here. Oh, spoiler alert, I guess. What are you doing? Keep your filthy talons off me. I will not be manhandled by the likes of you, bird. Ow! Stop that. You're making a mistake, madame. Think a little harder. I have an alibi. I was with you the whole evening. Barrison, do the test. Oh, we actually are doing it on him. We're holding him down. Falcon? I'm not getting any reaction. Wait, what? That can't be right. Do it again. Nothing. Remember, Remus has not been shot, as far as this device can tell. What? You had a nerve to manhandle a man of the cloth like that? What? As I said on the floor, madame, I was with you in Fontaine for the entire evening. I cannot possibly be in two places at once. Wait, did the judge get shot? I don't remember. Huh. Right, Fontaine was sitting with us too, so that rules him out. Oh, excuse me. Didn't perform the murder, obviously. Huh. I was really thinking this guy right here did it the whole time, but I guess it was the judge. I guess? Go sit down, lackey. Your job is done. Sit. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test failed. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be unsubstantiated speculation, pure guesswork. There we end this trial, madame. Wait, there must be someone we're not accounting for. I just know it. There's someone else could have been a shooter. And that is, I'm quite sure it is the judge, but let me make sure. Yes, I was right. How's your brother? The man named Romulus. My brother? He was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government. Yeah, and the fact that the judge was the killer. I don't know how this has not been, like, known. You and I know that isn't true. Your brother's still in France, in fact. I think he's lurking in the very catacombs right now. Oh, that's who was in the catacombs. Huh. I guess I never really... Maybe the first time I thought it was someone, but I definitely didn't think it was Romulus. An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where's your evidence? Oh, I know. I can answer this one. Oh, that's why you found it in the tunnel. An introductory guide to the cult of reason. Thank you, Sparrowson. Now, Friar Remus. Does this pamphlet look familiar to you? No, I've never seen this before in my life. Are you sure? You sure it doesn't belong to your brother, Romulus? No, there are many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them. Falcon, I'll take your word that your lackey found this pamphlet in the catacombs. But Ramus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. Pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone. Could have been dragged into the sole of Pierre's shoe for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time. Actually, madame, I know for a fact that the pamphlet belonged to Romulus, and I can prove it. Because of, I think it's the signed cult guide, but let me be sure. Yeah, signed cult guide, and then I think we're going to show the pen. A little while ago, while visiting the Louvre, I saw a man who looked very much like Romulus handing out pamphlets. As you can see, the pamphlet from the Louvre is identical to the pamphlet from the catacombs, except for one important detail. Romulus signed the Louvre pamphlet himself like an idiot. No way, my brother wouldn't do something so foolish. You see, right here on the cover page, this is Romulus' signature. Use his actual real name, what an idiot. I admire your tenacity, Falcon, but something is blatantly wrong with your evidence. You know that the brother of Freya Ramus is Romulus, but this Louvre pamphlet of yours is signed Silvius. Clearly an alias. Okay, at least he used an alias. Romulus is on the run from the police, so he must have changed his identity. That's a plausible theory, but it's unsubstantiated. How do we know the pamphlet wasn't signed by Remus' brother? Because of the pen. Bing! It's a fountain pen. Hey, where'd you get that? Is it brother's of mine? Wow, Remus, your mouth is as big as Romulus's. Anyway, I believe it's yours, Farazan. Happened to find this pen in your robes just a few days ago. You mean you stole it? Let's not argue over semantics. What's important in what you just admitted is that you and your brother both own pens just like this one. These pens are unique in that they contain green ink, a very unusual choice of ink color. Very evil choice too. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's the same ink that was used on the signed pamphlet. There are only two pens, there's only two possibilities. Aviary Ramus has been signing off on atheist cultist propaganda. Wait, I thought they said they were like a Christian cult. What's the difference? I would never do such a thing. Boy's brother has been using his identical pen to sign cultist propaganda, the same type that was found in the catacombs. Possible. My clumsy old brother lost his pen a week ago. Oh. So the only explanation is that you let him your own. No, you see, it doesn't matter how you cut it, Friar. One way or another, you and your brother are tied to the cultist pamphlet. Admit it! Confess! Confess! Falcon, enough. You made your point. You're asserting that the Friar's pen ties him to the cultist pamphlet. I get it. It's all tenuous, when you say, madame. No question, Falcon has suggested a theory that hinges upon a theory that hinges upon yet another theory. Actually, no it doesn't. All you need to do is bring him in, and that proves it. It's not hard proof by any measure. Again, just bring him in. He may very well be wrong, but at least it's logical. His theory is self-consistent. What do you say, madame? Okay, at least I think she's about to head that way. Where do you say you found this leaflet? Down in the catacombs tunnel, with the fork on the left-hand side. Fontaine and Pierre will go see if you can find anyone dawdling where they shouldn't be. Yes, madame. Yes, ma'am. Oh, God. In a moment, one or two things will happen. Either Pierre and Fontaine will return empty-handed, which I have no choice but to execute Cocorico. Yeah, because you definitely don't have a choice. I mean, there's absolutely a choice. There's no reason to kill him, regardless. And then I would have to execute you, Falcon, and you, Sparrows, and I actually don't think you could shoot us in time. Well, okay, Fontaine does have a gun, so I don't know. But that's saying that Fontaine would be willing to kill someone, which I don't know. I don't think Fontaine seems to be like the least corrupt out of the people in this little menagerie here. Us? Not because of what you've seen tonight, although that's admittedly a problem, but because you're a lot. Yep, we're just gonna kill you because you lied. Oh god. I didn't sign up for this. Or, Pierre and Fontaine will return with a prisoner in tow, in which case, we'll be free to cut Curico down and skedaddle. Surely not, madame. You're not gonna let these three walk away free after everything has happened here. Remember what that rooster did to your father. Hold your tongue, Friar. If it turns out you've been deceiving me all this time. Look what we found! Bleeding everywhere. Ow, ow, stop shoving me. I can walk myself. Uh-oh. Uh, well, we really do have a ghost in the catacombs. Introduce yourself, Wolf. Very well, my name is Digga Digga Slim Shady. Right, madame, whatever. My name is Sylvius. Do you mean Romulus? That alias isn't fooling anyone, Your Honor. Alright, I'm Romulus, twin brother of Remus, the killer in the second case, and loyal servant to the rebel cause. Also one of the Virgin killers. That's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. He's telling the truth, man. Long live the Second Republic, right? Yeah. Oh, that's pretty funny. A lot of questions, both for you, Romulus, and for you, Remus. I don't appreciate being lied to. Seems that you have your hands full, so we will just be taking our leave. Now, so fast, Falcon, your fury is still at... What? Wait, what? If it turns out Romulus has no bullet in him, then you would have no evidence to implicate him with the Croc's murder. You shouldn't me. Bookerico will still be the prime suspect. Bullet in me? Ha 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 ha! What are you guys on about? Spare me, Fontaine. Hold him down. Hold me down? Ow, 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 ow! Sparrow son, do your test. I'm on it. Beep, 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 beep. It's buzzing. It's really buzzing around his shoulder. I see blood. There's definitely a bullet wound there. That's an old bullet. An old war wound. I got it fighting Algeria in 36. Obviously a desperate lie. My brother is completely honest, madame. He's a veteran. He was shot in battle. But he's still bleeding for some reason. You know, I could just extract the bullet right here and now. That would remove all doubt. Do it? Extract that sucker, Sparrowson. Oh, good. God. Wow, it sucked out like a pit from grapefruit. He said that line before. Oh, hey, look at that. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of them newfangled bullets, right, Fontaine? No mistake, this is an iron tip mini ball just like the one in the Croc's gun. You realize what this means, madame? It clearly demonstrates that Romulus confronted the Croc before Cocorico arrived. This is undeniable evidence that Cocorico has nothing to do with the crocodile's death. You're right. I made a mistake. Now commit seppuku, please. I haven't forgotten what the rooster did to my father, but this bird clearly had no part in the killing of the Croc. Therefore, I cannot honestly call him the enemy of the Second Republic. Your friend is free to go, Fontaine. Cut the rooster down. Ooh, here comes the rooster. Right away, madame. Thank you. For what? For giving us an opportunity to show what real justice looks like. He should have said real justice. Before you asked what the difference is between revenge and justice, I replied, rationality. Well, I can see how much effort it must have taken to hold back your emotions and let rationality dictate your actions. We'll help you carry your friend out to the tunnel entrance. While I kill both of these two. Run, madame. Will you be okay by yourself with the two wolves? These toothless old dogs, I think I'll manage. Of course. Come on, brother, to your feet. Oh, cult is such a strong word. Listen, don't mademoiselle me. I shall be asking the questions here. Tell me, Friar, are you a cultist too? I'm a humble servant of God. I never realized how poisonous your words are. You've been spewing lies since the very start, haven't you? Madame, at least tell me why you two killed the Croc. Because, allow me, brother. I want to know the truth. We want exactly the same as you. We want a world without class, a world without false rulers and gods, a world where the only reason of man reigns. A world of true equality and fairness. That is what you strive for, no? But you cannot achieve such goal without violence. Your methods are too passive, too naive. So we set up a situation where you could be forced into action. In the government. Well, okay, he's straight up just admitting that, oh yeah, we kind of staged everything for you to get to this point, because you definitely won it on your own, despite the fact that you think so, lying girl. And the government look like murderers to the rebels, and make the rebels look like murderers to the government. And to be forced to take up arms. Another lie. But that was the truth. You claim that you want equality, but you just want a world where you stand above everyone else. A world where carnivores reign. You're a rabid animal at heart. Heh, you got me. You can honestly say that you never wanted power for yourself. You're a carnivore, do. Don't deny it. I never wanted power. God. All I ever wanted was a world where no child has to grow up without a father. Did you know that the Croc was something of a family man? He once confided to me that he had 5 children and a late wife. I had no idea. Tell me, Romulus, do you have children? Me? No. Mademoiselle, I... LOL. But... Nissan? Or Nissan? As for you, Friar... Get me out of here! Get out of here. You ain't gonna kill me? Oh yeah, One-sama! That's older sister, but same energy, I guess. I ought to. You're the worst kind of person. A man will cling to any ideology to claw his way higher up. But I know that you weren't the one to pull the trigger on the Croc. Maybe there's a sliver of goodness left in you. What? No. Fuck this guy. Go. Live your worthless life or something like that. Flee. Flee with your petty existence. Some type of Itachi line. I don't remember what it was. Is this what justice looks like? It's so uncaring. End of Act 3. Do I want to save? Of course. Okay, I'm gonna cut the YouTube video here. Stream's not over yet, but yeah. So we will be starting, for real, the actual start of Route B in the next video. Bye.